I'm so happy you're here. If you couldn't tell, I am a huge fan of vintagey things, and I'm not really sure why. I always am gravitating towards them. These things just feel like home to me, and so I wanted to give you kind of a collection tour while making it ASMR and tapping and giving you the beautiful relaxing sounds to hopefully put you to sleep. So I hope that it's enjoyable, and here we go. So here's a sneak peek of everything, and I'm sure that I have more. I just can't really find everything, so there may be a part 2 of this, but for today, let's get started. So first I have this vintage book, and it's called Green Fields and Running Brooks. And it is by James Whitcomb Riley. And it's a collection of poems and poetry. As you can tell, it's definitely been used quite a bit. I love that sound. You can just tell that's a used book. And I want to say this date says Miss M. Morgan, Easter 1893. I don't remember where I got this, but it says Easter 1893. So obviously it definitely is quite vintage. Oh yes, it says right here, the Bowen Merrill Company, 1893. If you guys want me to read you this, I can definitely do that. Next we'll go to this light bulb. Now I'm not sure this is actually vintage, but it's made to look vintage. Which, you know, not the same thing, but it'll do. Next is this precious necklace that I got at a thrift store. I just think it looks like some heiress would be wearing it in the 1800s. It's so beautiful. Next, we'll play with the typewriter. Move this a bit closer so you can hear it better. I wrote I love you, but not all the keys actually work. It's an L.C. Smith and Bros. So here she is. Once again, she doesn't actually work, in fact. The phone actually has wires. Hello. Have a suitcase. That I actually got from my grandma. And she was actually a flight attendant for many, many years. And I have special surprise inside. Oh, I feel like one of those Deal or No Deal contestants where they open the suitcase and it shows the money amount. Except for there's no money in here, unfortunately. But there is purse bag. What are they called? Not body bags. That's for killers. Dust bags for your fancy purses. Which, you know, I don't have any fancy purses, but they are vintage from my grandma. So I have this one, which, you know, says Gucci, and that's great and wonderful. It's not a Gucci purse in here, but it is a Gucci bag. So even sure where this is from. But it's quite cute. It has a little strap to it. Hit myself in the face with it. Getting it back in the Gucci bag might be hard. Let's see where this is from, actually, or what date, if it says. Oh, it says made in Italy, but it doesn't have a date. Interesting. As I wad it up like it's not Gucci. That's how much I care about name brands. Some people do, but I don't. I also have this vintage purse, which I just think is like the cutest little design. Like, you don't see purses made like this anymore. Actually, they are coming back in style, but this is what I played with when I was little, and everybody made fun of me for it because it was like a bucket bag. Now everybody's using it, so obviously I was just ahead of my time. Ooh, that was nice. Ooh. get out on the town. I also have, I don't want to blind you, this vintage gold mirror that I got from a thrift store, and then immediately thought that I brought home a haunted mirror and got freaked out. Started thinking of all the Haley Reese stories and wanted to cry. But so far, you know, the luck has been great, so, you know, this is great. You get two sides of me. Hello. I'm so sorry. But this is another one of those things, I'm not sure how vintage it is, or if it's just vintage designed. I think that is where I will end my collection, my vintage collection for this time. If I get any more, of course, I can update you if you guys want some more. I also got this vintage dress that at the thrift store, and it's like this. I'll show you. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're relaxed. And if you like vintage stuff like me, let me know where you get your vintage items or what kind of cool things that you have found, because I'm always looking for new places to find them or just even look at them, because I love to window shop. So yeah, hope that you are either asleep right now or headed that way, and if so, good night, sweet dreams. And I hope you have a dream that you transported back into the past, and all of these things are usable and you know how to use them. So, sweet dreams.